JBN, we keep you informed. Woman arrested in St. James gun find. A woman was arrested in connection with the seizure of 2 9mm firearms and 2 9mm rounds of ammunition during an operation in Bobman Hill, Lilliput in St. James on Tuesday. Reports from the Barrytown police are that about 6 a.m., lawmen were in the area when a premises occupied by the woman was searched, and 1 9mm Chobson Carandai pistol, a magazine containing 2 rounds of ammunition, and 1 Browning 9mm pistol were found wrapped in a sock under the staircase of the dwelling. The woman, whose identity has been withheld, was taken into custody in relation to this seizure. Would-be robbers beaten by mob in St. Ann. For the second time this week, brave residents of St. Ann have challenged gunmen and have caused the police to seize an illegal firearm. The police say a homemade firearm was found in bushes in St. Ann after a mob set upon would-be robbers on Tuesday. According to a police report, the men allegedly tried to rob residents in Pimento Walk, Ochoas in the parish, but were held and beaten. The would-be robbers reportedly escaped from the mob, and the gun was subsequently found in the area about 11 a.m. The weapon was handed over to the Ochoas police. Investigations continue. Family of gunman from Clarendon shocked after death in St. Ann. Relatives of a gunman who was mobbed and killed after he helped to commit a murder at Walkerswood in St. Ann on Monday, June 8, are expressing shock and grief. According to a family member, the suspect mobbed and killed is her 17-year-old relative from Havana Heights in Clarendon. She said the family has seen photos of the mutilated body. She added that her slain nephew, who was in Clarendon up to Monday, June 8, cannot be found since Monday night. The relative disclosed the name of her loved one, but the name has been withheld pending further verification. She was asked if the family was aware that its loved one was a gunman. Not that we know of, she replied. She added, everybody is sad. Everybody is mourning. He was a fun person and jovial. Up to Tuesday, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, said it was still trying to ascertain the identity of the slain gunman. It explained that residents of Walkerswood mobbed and killed one of 2 gunmen who committed a murder in their community about 6 o'clock on Monday. The JCF said the Walkerswood resident shot and killed by the gunmen is 37-year-old farmer O'Shane Henry. One of the gunmen escaped. Manchester laborer allegedly shoots at man during dispute. 45-year-old Derek Williams, who allegedly fired gunshots at another man in Banana Ground, Manchester, in December 2018, was charged on Saturday, June 6. Williams, who is a laborer of Cumberland District, Manchester, was charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition and assault at common law. Reports from the Williams Field Police are that Williams and another man had an altercation about 6:45 p.m. on Friday, December 27. It is alleged that the accused pointed a gun at the man and fired shots in his direction. He is scheduled to appear before the Mandeville Parish Court at a later date. Suspect in robberies at Trafalgar Waterloo Road intersection nabbed. The police have arrested a man they believe has been robbing people at the intersection of Trafalgar, Waterloo and Hope Roads in St. Andrew. According to the police, several informal reports were made about a man committing acts of simple larceny during the night time at the traffic light in the area. It was reported that the man usually steals items such as cellular phones, handbags and jewelry from unsuspecting motorists when they come to a stop at the traffic light. Lawmen are asking members of the public who may have been victims of theft in the area to come forward. They are being urged to contact the Halfway Tree Police at 876-926-8185 or 876-926-2551. Rights group seeks release of 2 elderly inmates. Stand Up for Jamaica says in keeping with its commitment to identify and advocate for inmates who have been deemed unfit to plead, it has singled out 2 inmates whose cases require urgent attention. This comes after a report from the Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom revealed that 81-year-old Noel Chambers died in custody after 40 years without a trial. According to the organization, the first inmate is a 68-year-old man who was charged for murder on October 28, 1970, when he was 22 years old. SUFJ said the inmate, who has been behind bars for 48 years, is currently not receiving treatment and is not scheduled for court. It also noted that the inmate is not being assessed for his fitness to plea. The second inmate was deemed unfit to plead in 1976 after being charged for 2 counts of murder. He is currently 61 years old. In a statement, the organization said, SUFJ has sought the services of human rights attorney Isaac Buchanan to file the necessary applications to have the 2 inmates transferred to the jurisdiction of the court, as well as to write to the Director of Public Prosecutions as it regards the intention of the office to continue a case against them. Mr. Buchanan will also ask the court to order an immediate psychiatric evaluation of the men and make requests for their compassionate release, the statement added. SUFJ said it welcomes the establishment of the Mental Health Task Force by the Chief Justice, Brian Sykes. The organization urged the Chief Justice to give the cases priority review in light of the age of the men and the period of time which they have been behind bars without any action from the courts. SUFJ will seek a meeting with the Chief Justice to discuss the specifics of these and other cases. We will also share with the Chief Justice our research report through the cracks, launched in October of last year, which addresses the issue of mental illness behind bars. One of the key recommendations of the report was for the establishment of mental health courts, and we will strongly advocate for this in our meeting with Justice Sykes, the statement read. SUFJ said the names have been withheld to protect the privacy of the inmates and their families. Government spending $345 million on zinc fence removal program. The removal of zinc fences, which formed part of government's social program for many years, will be carried out along major corridors and roadways during this financial year. With an allocation of $345 million to carry out this exercise, Finance and the Public Service Minister, Dr. Nigel Clarke, said it is intended to enhance communities and their environments, as well as to provide safety and security for residents. In his contribution to the debate on the revised budget in Parliament last night, Clarke said in previous years, allocations to remove zinc fences had been capped at about $40 million annually. Clarke said the removal of zinc fences along major thoroughfares such as Washington Boulevard and Rockfort should receive priority attention. In this time of COVID, we are saying to the people that we care about them, and we not only care about giving them a compassionate grant, but we want to improve their environments, he said. Tranquility Bay to be reopened as police facility. Just under a decade since the Tranquility Bay facility at Hold Wharf in this secluded South Coast village of Treasure Beach, St. Elizabeth, was used for a short time as a police training academy, police recruits are to return there. Head of the Constabulary Communications Unit, Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, has confirmed that Tranquility Bay, which was originally built decades ago as the Old Wharf Hotel, has been refurbished and should be reopened to police recruits sometime in early July. The initial plan was for it to be used immediately as a training academy as part of the drive to boost the number of policemen and women being recruited to the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF. However, the onset of the COVID-19 health emergency has necessitated the need for a 14-day quarantine for new police recruits, which is the purpose the facility will serve for now, Lindsay said. She said that with an intake of 160 recruits now about to enter the JCF for training, they will be quarantined in batches of 80 before being sent to the National Police College of Jamaica once they test negative for COVID-19. She emphasized that the original plan for Tranquility Bay to be an additional training facility remains, but everything has been delayed by COVID. Back in 2010-2011, the facility served just one group of police recruits to facilitate repairs at the NPCJ at Twickenham Park before being shut down. While welcoming the latest initiative, residents of Treasure Beach last week said that they were concerned that long-standing water shortages will be worsened. Treasure Beach residents say many of them get piped water only 3 or 4 days per week. In some communities such as Sandybank, piped water is said to be non-existent. Residents say the situation is particularly worrying since Treasure Beach is a growing destination for tourists, especially those in search of a community experience. Like other areas in Jamaica, the tourism sector in Treasure Beach was shut down by the COVID-19 pandemic, though a few visitors were stranded there when air traffic came to a halt in late March. Member of Parliament for St. Elizabeth Southwestern Floyd Green said that he expects water issues to be resolved over the next 3 years, with the execution of a comprehensive 3-year project set to cost just over $500 million and to serve in Fort Charles and the various Treasure Beach communities. In the short term, Green said water issues will be addressed by the National Water Commission with targeted repairs and pipe replacements. Part of the problem was unstable electricity supply from the Jamaica Public Service Company, which occasionally causes the breakdown of pumps and other NWC equipment, Green said. I have been trying to reach out to both JPS and NWC regarding these issues, Green said. The MP welcomed the planned opening of the police training facility at Tranquility Bay, saying it provided a wonderful opportunity for additional employment and will also keep Treasure Beach safe. Leading Treasure Beach hotelier Jason Enzel also embraced the training initiative, saying young police recruits could enhance the community tourism project in the area and also provide opportunities for on-the-job practice of a softer type of policing. 10 years ago, when the police academy was first here, we welcomed them and we were looking forward to having them again, he said. In the 1990s and for several years in the early 2000s, the Tranquility Bay facility housed troubled children on occasion, resulting in controversy mainly from North America. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.